guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to start a new series on my channel, and I've been thinking for a while what to call this series, and I've come up with Coffee and Confessions. So I've got my cup of coffee. I love coffee. I am a coffee addict, especially in the morning, even though now it is probably slightly late to be drinking a coffee. What time is it? Hold on. Yes, it is 8:15 in the evening, but I thought while I look relatively presentable, I should sit down and film this video because I have wanted to film it for a while, and each episode of this series is going to be regarding a different topic or like a different story time kind of thing. So this one is going to be, as you can tell from the title, how and why I became a vegan. So I'm going to sip my coffee. So good. So we're going to jump back to the beginning, which was quite a few years ago, and it would have been about 2008 or 2009. It was around that time, and I used to have a huge issue with food and dieting and losing weight. I was very obsessed. You would probably say I did have an eating disorder throughout those years, actually a long time, from when I was about 16 years old to when I was about 23, I would say. I did have a continuous eating disorder, which is not important in this video. I will make another video on that though, during another Coffee and Confessions episode. Anyway, so back then I was just desperate to lose weight. That was it. I wanted to lose weight, and I would have done anything and tried anything to make that happen. So ridiculous when I think about it now. But anyway, I was introduced, I can't remember by who, but I was introduced to a book called Skinny Bitch. And it's not a book about being skinny at all, but I heard the title, Skinny Bitch. Oh my God, this book is gonna show me how to be super skinny. I need to read it. When actually the book is fantastic, and it is a book about that goes into kind of the depths of cruelty to animals, how bad, you know, animal fats and dairy and everything like that, how bad that actually is for the body, and it does also go into the cruelty aspect of that as well. So I remember reading this book, and particularly dairy, and it was just, and I think books are good because it makes your imagination sees what the book is describing, and oh, I just saw all this like gunky mucus in my milk, and I was like, oh gosh, I cannot drink that. So yeah, that was the first time that I became vegan, but I wasn't very clued up on veganism, and I remember, I think I was like, I just have to eat salads, because back then I thought carbohydrates were the devil, which is so opposite to me now. Anyway, so I remember I would just eat lots of salad, lots of fruit. Some days I would just eat apples the whole day because I knew it was vegan, and I would lose weight. There was a diet called the 3-day apple diet. It was ridiculous. Some of my friends at Starlight will remember me doing this. I would do a 2-show day, so a double show day on just like 5 or 6 apples. It was so stupid. So anyway, did Skinny Bitch, went vegan. I think I fell off the vegan wagon at some point, probably because I was starving and not doing it properly. So, and it was just food vegan. I still, you know, used all products that weren't cruelty-free, stuff like that. It was just food. So then I think I went back to eating meat again. And then I moved to Mexico, and I still ate meat when I moved to Mexico. And then I met a girl from Canada who I work with, Brittany, and I'm pretty sure she'd read the book as well, Skinny Bitch, and I remember us talking about it, and she was she vegetarian at the time? But she was very interested in veganism as well, and I remember that kick-started me again to want to do it. Still very up and down. Some days I was vegan, but then I remember I got into weight training. I love weight training, and I think back then I was like, right, if I'm weight training, I need to eat meat, I need to eat eggs, you know, all that stuff. And I would have a lot of tuna fish and rice, cottage cheese, yeah, so then I wasn't vegan. So very up and down. It's quite vague to me now, I don't know, but I do know that I was very up and down. And then I continued to eat meat, I continued to eat dairy, because on my wedding day I definitely ate meat, because I remember we had chicken breast at our wedding, which I ate. So I definitely ate meat then, and that was in 2012. So I'd kind of dabbled in veganism, but I had no way had a good, successful road to veganism. I think I still wasn't clued up on it, and it was still always about losing weight. It wasn't really about animal welfare, climate change, the environment. It wasn't about that. It was still always in my mind about how I could lose weight, which is why it didn't stick. So then I ate meat. Then I moved back to Germany in 2012. Yeah, 2012 I moved back to Germany. I got myself another little dog. I had Mr. Rico, and I bought myself another dog called Savannah. She was such a little princess. I love her so much. I miss her every single day. Because she did pass away. That's why I miss her. But yes, so I got Savannah, and then I went vegan again. And I was doing good. I was getting a little bit more clued up on veganism. I found a YouTube vegan called Freely the Banana Girl. I think now she's called, I feel like she's changed her name slightly. But if you put in Freely the Banana Girl, you will find her. And I was like, I was watching her. She gave me so much information on veganism. And I was like, how is this girl super fit? Not even, I mean, she's very slim, but mostly she's very fit. And my perception of my perfect body had changed by this point. I didn't want to be like a stick. I didn't want to be stick thin. I didn't want to be flat. Like before, I wanted to be so flat chested. If you know me, hello. I've got very large breasts now, which I chose to have. They're not real. I chose to have these. So how I wanted my body to look changed. I didn't want to look skeletal. Before, I wanted to look like a skeleton. I wanted no fat, I wanted no boobs, I wanted no bum. I wanted to be like flat on the front and flat on the back. So that changed, and that was good. A very good thing about living in Mexico, because Latina girls are absolutely beautiful, and they're very curvaceous. They love their bodies, and the confidence that they have just exudes, and it's just so attractive. So I learned to love my body. Yes, I changed it a little bit with plastic surgery, which will be another episode of Coffee and Confessions. So when I came back to Germany, I wanted to be fit. So Freely was fit. She was slim, but she was fit. And she was eating so much food. I was like, how is this girl eating so much food and looks like that? She was vegan, but the food she was eating was very high carb. Now this, to me, was like, you're eating a whole bowl of pasta. Like, not a whole bowl, I mean a whole bowl of pasta. Like a whole packet, 500 gram pack of pasta she would eat in one sitting. And I was like, this can't be real. I literally was like, that can't be real. How can that be real? Carbs are the devil. But then I tried it. It's high carb, low fat vegan. And I tried it. Now, it's extreme. It is extreme. Eating meat to me is extreme, yes. But the amount of fruit, not necessarily, it wasn't really the carbs that upset my stomach. Like the pasta was fine, potatoes, rice was fine. But for the first two meals, so for breakfast and lunch, you would have huge smoothies. Like you would have 10 bananas in a smoothie, and then like 50 dates that you would make into a smoothie for lunch. So it was a lot of sugar, fruit sugar, high carb, very low fat. But my poor stomach, oh my God, I had the worst tummy aches. This is too much information, but I'm going to tell you. I had to go to the toilet all the time for number 2. All the time. It would be so painful. I was like, oh, my poor stomach. But I stuck with it for a while. I think I lost a couple of kilos. I wasn't really doing it for that, but I did lose a couple of kilos. I loved that I could eat so much food. I mean, it was amazing. I was like, oh my God, I can eat all this food and I'm actually losing a little bit of weight. Fab, I'll take it. And then, so I was doing really well with that, and I had started looking into, like I said, the more cruelty side of it. Because I don't know if if this is you guys, I think a lot of people are like this, that's why I say. So when I never used to be able to watch videos that showed the cruelty that really happens, or when it shows how an animal is screaming because they're testing chemicals on it for our beauty products, for our mascara. I wouldn't watch. I would see the video and I'd be like, no, can't watch that. Or I would watch a slaughterhouse, there would be a link to a slaughterhouse video and you would see the horrific things that these animals have to go through to die. And I'd be like, oh no, I can't watch that. And I don't know why that is, because we all know what happens, but we stop ourselves from really seeing it. But just because we're not seeing it doesn't mean it's not happening. It is happening. It is so real. It is absolutely disgusting. So I forced myself to watch these videos. I was like, the fact that you cannot watch these videos is the reason why you need to watch these videos. And I will leave some of the ones that I watched down below. There's one, I can't remember his name, I will find it, and it's called The Best Speech Ever, something like that. And it's just a wonderful video to really open your mind to the reality of what is going on. So I started watching these videos, very much more focused on more than just losing weight, obviously. And then my little Savannah passed away. She was very poorly and she ended up passing away. I was absolutely devastated. I felt like I'd lost my little child. I really had. Like, my dogs, like, you guys see me with Mr. Rico. He's like, I love him literally like my child. And when I do have children, if I love them as much as Rico, like, he is my child. So I know people sometimes say, oh, it's a dog. It's not. He is my little baby. So Savannah was also my little baby. I know I'm talking really fast. Sorry, I'm going to try and slow down. Anyway, Savannah passed away and I was very upset. And very irrationally my thoughts were like, how can this happen to me? Why has this happened to me? My little baby's been taken away from me. She's died. I try so hard to do good for animals and the planet, and my little baby just gets taken away from me. That was my thought process at this point. And then I was like, forget it. I'm not doing it anymore. There's no point. I'm just going to eat what I want. I'm going to stop trying to help when things like this happen to me. This is like what was going through my mind. So literally, I think from that point, I think I remember my first meal back eating meat was a lasagna. I think I cooked a lasagna or something. And I didn't think twice about it. I ate it, didn't think twice about it. And then we went to Mexico. So we went to Mexico. I think I was again up and down for a while. I would go vegetarian, maybe go vegan, then go back to eating meat, again for about a year. Not January this year, so January 2016 I went to Mexico again. I had been vegetarian before going to Mexico. I think I ate meat while I was there, I'm pretty sure I ate meat when I was there, yeah, I did. So this was in January 2016, ate meat when I was in Mexico, then came back from Mexico and said to myself, when I get back from Mexico, I am going vegan again. So I downloaded Freely's new book when I was on the plane and I read it on the plane back, very inspired to get back into Raw Till 4. Did Raw Till 4 again, so I went vegan and I have been, I'll go into that in a minute. In my opinion, I've been vegan ever since. So yeah, came back, went back to Raw Till 4. Still, my poor stomach, I just couldn't take all the fruit, the dried fruit, the bananas, the smoothies. My stomach hurt so much. I remember working at Mac and there was like a little tiny toilet in the back room, and I was so embarrassed because I was like, I need to go to the toilet like every 15 minutes, and it was mainly like gas. It was really gassy, but loud gassy. And I was like, oh my God, these girls that I work with are gonna hear me. This is so embarrassing. And I really couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't, no. So then I also started watching Stephanie, Naturally Stephanie. I will leave these links in the description box below, I promise, so just click on there. Naturally Stephanie, I really recommend watching her videos. She's a fitness vegan fitness vegan. She is hardcore. She's tiny, but she's so strong. But she is a fitness vegan, which is kind of what I'm more interested in. I love lifting weights. I love shaping my body, and to be able to do that while being vegan is a great thing. She is so good. Lots of great tips, lots of great recipes. She's got a website you can join if you want. You know, she's really good. I'll leave her link down below. So I started watching her. So then I would be vegan, but I was still vegan, but I wasn't the most healthy vegan. I would have, like, you know, vegan curry sauces, which are quite high in fat. I would have a lot of like sour cream, vegan cheese, fake vegan meats that were quite high in fat. So yeah, not the healthiest vegan, but still vegan. I've been vegan since. I've never touched meat again for January, February, March. For 15 months, I haven't touched meat once, and I never will again in my life. I know it, never. So anyway, then I started watching Naturally Stephanie, and just slowly then started to be a little bit more healthy. You know, I have my porridge, but I don't think about food anymore. I used to be so obsessed with what I was going to eat. It was so exhausting, counting calories, counting fat, and telling myself I couldn't eat this or I couldn't eat that. I literally have no limitations on my diet, my vegan diet. None. If I want an Oreo cookie, I'll have it. If I want vegan chocolate, I'll have it. If I want to eat salads all day, I'll eat salad. You know, I eat what I fancy. I eat what my body tells me it wants and it needs. And I've never felt better. Honestly, I've never felt better. I've got so much energy. My skin feels good. My mind is good. Do you know what the best thing it is for my mind? Oh, clarity is so good. So yeah, that is kind of where I'm at. Now, I am not... And also, you will know, jumping in, the last few months I've also been cruelty-free, trying my best. I think I'm doing good. It is a bit more work to obviously research what brands, but the work is worth it. Just remember, guys, the work is worth it. Make yourself watch these videos and how animals are treated in these places just to be tested so that we can wear mascara or wear a moisturiser. It's so awful. These poor monkeys screaming for their lives. Oh my god, so sad. So yeah, I've been cruelty free as well, so that was another transition of my vegan journey. And you know, sometimes I do think, oh, should I just use whatever products? You know, especially because I think with YouTube as well, obviously a lot of brands send PR to bloggers and YouTubers. I don't. My channel's small, that's fine. I don't do it to get free stuff. A lot of people do. I don't. I love my channel. And sometimes I do just think, oh, it'd be easier just to have no limitations on beauty products and use whatever, and I'm like, I do have those thoughts. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. And then I'll make myself watch one of these videos and remember why it's not worth it. So yeah, I have been cruelty free as well. But here is my but. Am I strict? Myself, I would say I'm a strict vegan. I'm not a strict vegan in the way that people might watch this and say, you shouldn't shop at Primark or you shouldn't shop here because, well, I'm vegan, I'm a food vegan, and I'm a cruelty-free vegan. I don't use products tested on animals. For me, that kind of is my spectrum of veganism. But I will never eat meat again. But, here's my but. I have had dairy. Now, when I'm cooking for myself, I will not put dairy in my food. My coffee has rice milk in it. Very tasty. I will never put cow's milk in my food or my drinks again. However, if someone cooks me a meal, like they know I'm vegan, some people might think I'm vegetarian. If someone cooks me a meal, like we're going to Mexico next week, if Kike's mum cooks me dinner and she makes me, I don't know, a vegetarian enchiladas, and then she puts the cheese, like some kind of sprinkled cheese on top, or melted cheese on top. I don't know, I'm just saying, cheese or cream, they have sour cream. If she put that on top of my dinner, I would eat it. If there was meat in it, I wouldn't. I would say, I'm so sorry, I can't eat that. I'm vegan, or I'm vegetarian, or I don't eat meat. If she had put some kind of dairy on the dinner or in the dinner, I would eat it. I wouldn't turn around to her and say, I'm sorry, Olivia, I can't eat the dinner you've just cooked me because I'm not eating some form of dairy. No, I would eat it. Honestly, I'm telling you guys, I would. When I cook for myself, I will not. If I'm invited to a dinner, I will always tell them, please, I'm definitely vegetarian. I won't eat meat. If they make me something with cheese or, like I said, butter, anything in it, I will eat it. I will. I'm not that strict that I wouldn't eat dairy. I personally don't like to. It upsets my stomach, it upsets my skin. So I personally don't like to eat it. But if someone cooked for me, I would eat it. I wouldn't say no, I would. I'm just being honest with you guys. So I think, and I would still call myself vegan. I wouldn't then say, well, I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian. If you want to call me vegetarian, not vegan because of that, go ahead, it's fine. I don't really want to label myself anyway, and I don't want to be branded by, you know, certain aspects of veganism or, you know, I don't. I am who I am. I call myself a vegan. I do my best, I do what I can. It means a lot to me. Animal cruelty upsets me so much because it's so unnecessary. So yeah, that is kind of where I'm at. So some vegan people are very judgmental. You know, if you're not the perfect vegan, then, you know, you might get comments saying, you're not really a vegan. Well, you know what? Stop being so judgmental. Every little bit helps. Even if someone does meatless Mondays, that's better than nothing. If someone says, I'm going to be vegan 4 days a week and then be vegetarian for 3 days, or be vegan for 4 days a week and I'm going to eat meat for 3 days, whatever, do you. You do you. You do what feels right for you, and don't let anyone make you feel bad for your decision. I don't judge people. Kike, my husband, he eats meat. I cook meat for him sometimes. If he's, you know, at work or at football, he says, oh, honey, he'll message me, honey, can you cook me some chicken? Yes, of course I will. He's my husband. I want to help him. I'm not going to not do it just because it's meat. Yeah, I don't like it, but I do it because he's my husband. I would never eat it though. That's the difference. So yeah, just, I don't know, do you. If being vegan is something that you've thought about, I definitely recommend doing a little bit more research. Do a little bit more research into it, and make yourself watch some documentaries. If you can't really watch cruelty videos, I highly recommend watching Cowspiracy. I will try and leave them, like I said, in the description box below, so just click on the little arrow somewhere down here under the video and it will open up the description box, and there will be links in there for you to just click on and you can watch them. Definitely watch Cowspiracy, because that is more to do with global warming and the environment, and it's very, very scary, the damage that us humans are doing to this planet. It's very scary, and if we don't change it soon, our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren are going to be left in the shitter, basically. So we need to do something now to help that. But yes, I will leave links down below. Just watch them, make yourself watch them, and unless you watch them, you will never change, you'll never see the reality of what it is. And that is what happens when you go vegan. Something changes in your mind. That does happen. There is a moment where it changes in your mind, and I don't see a piece of steak as food. I see it as cruelty. I see blood. I see dead flesh. I don't see it as food. I don't see eggs as food. I will never eat eggs again. It's disgusting when they crack and they're goopy, and it's a chicken, period. I'm not going to eat a chicken, period. I'm not. That's how I see it. And you do have that change in your mind once you let yourself open up and see what this really is, what really goes on, what the meat industry really is. It's so cruel. It's so bad. And don't forget the beauty industry as well. Every little bit helps, guys. Just try and do something. Even the next time you buy a face wash, just choose a brand that you know is cruelty-free. The next time you go and buy milk for your coffees, just try a dairy-free one. Rice milk, oat milk, almond milk, soya milk. Although I don't really like to have too much soya, but just try it. If you don't try it, you won't know. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope it wasn't too long. I think it was, because my camera says 25 minutes. So, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little rundown of my journey to being a vegan. It definitely, like I said, was not smooth. It was very up and down. But yeah, I am now a vegan. I'm very happy. I've never felt better. Honestly, I've never felt better. So let me guys know if you have any questions. If I forgot to say anything in this video, again, I will write it in the description box below. I was going to make notes for this video, but I thought, nah, don't make notes, just be authentic, tell your, you know, my story. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions for another coffee and confessions episode, also let me know in the comment section. I have got a few in mind that I do want to discuss with you guys that I think are quite relevant, you would find quite interesting, but if you have any more, please let me know down below, and hit the like button if you are excited for the series, if you like this video, and if you're new, welcome, and I would love it please if you would hit the hit the subscribe button, and you can keep up to date with all my videos that I will be uploading here on my channel. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.